Kieran, how would you sum up what must have been quite a chaotic period recently?
It was disappointing. It's not good enough. Losing that many games in such a short space of time at Celtic's never acceptable. So now it's just about making it right and getting winning again.
See the balance between what's going on for the team and personally, because if there's one person in the building that might have liked three at the back, it would possibly be you. Was there a bit of joy at that, and then you see that it's maybe not working overall for the team?
I think I was maybe one of the players who had played it most. I don't mind either formation. I've had success in both. So I enjoy different challenges in different positions, and that's always been the case.
Does it kind of feel like Martin and Sean have never been away? Does it just slotted back into the same way of working, the same routine that you had before?
Aye, the first day we came back in and they were here, it was just like normal again because we'd built up a good routine in the however many weeks they were there before, and we had good results, good momentum, and it just feels like we've picked up for there.
Does the difficult period, do you think it did damage confidence? And if so, how much of that's been restored by getting back to that way of working and winning at the weekend?
No, I think it does. I think at any club, if you lose games, you're going to lose confidence, but I think that's what this group of staff that's came in, they're so good at giving you confidence and making you feel good about yourself, and I think you could see that at the weekend as well.
Kieran, how are you finding the title race? The fact that you're currently third, ever since you've been at Celtic before you left for Arsenal, you always won the league, almost always been in command, early on, and you've been the leaders. How are you finding it differently this year?
Well, the last couple of years at Arsenal, we were in the kind of title races when we weren't first, or we were first for a while and dropped down to second. So it's a challenge that every football player loves, and one at the end of the season where you want to come out on top.
Do you genuinely think it's a three-horse race this season between yourselves, Rangers and Hearts?
Yeah, we've had other teams in as well who've performed brilliant, so I don't think you can overlook anyone. But we just need to focus on us getting back to winning and doing what we know we can. Is
that something you relish though, as a group in there? You might think perhaps you're being doubted more than before because of what's happened over the past month or so. You're down in third. But that's something you relish to prove everyone wrong and go out and retain your title.
I think you need to. I think if you play at Celtic, you've got a competitive nature, and you want to win, and you know at Celtic you have to win. So that's what's kind of bringing us along and motivating us, because we know we've not been good enough up to now, and that's what we want to change.
There's the mentality change a wee bit within the club that you are now the hunters. You're the guys that aren't 6 points clear where you're used to being. Is that a different mentality that you need to go into games now with? It'll
be slightly different, but at the end of the day, at Celtic you need to win. So whether you're top with 6 or behind by 6, you need to win. So mentality-wise, it's just like that. We must win. We must perform well. Give the fans something to cheer about. I think you've seen that as well at the weekend. That the place just felt like a better atmosphere as well.
Just talk to us about that. What that kind of result can do for not only the players, but I think generally the whole club. I think they need a bit of a lift. Is that the case?
You hope it can kickstart something again, because the last time the manager and the staff came in, it was a good result at the start, and that kicked us on for a bunch of good results even in Europe as well, and we know we've got big European games coming up as well that we need to win.
You touched on the manager coming in just there with Sean and stuff. I just wonder, what was his sort of messaging to you all after what was obviously a difficult period? What was his sort of characteristics, and how did he bring you all back on board?
It's probably kind of similar to the first time that he was in, as in results hadn't been good enough, we were behind in the league, and it was just about getting back to where we belong.
Has there been a big difference in preparation for games
compared to
previous manager?
You do your tactics, you work on certain stuff. Every manager's different, so there's differences.
In terms of Falkirk, what have you made of their performances this season? Obviously now a top 6 team.
Aye, they've been great. They've played them a couple of times this year as well, so we know a lot about them. We've done a lot of analysis work, a lot of video work, so we know they can play. We know they can go direct as well, so it's a team you need to be prepared to work hard against.